Hola! I think we're live. Hi Crocodile, hi Darthort, hi GT Amp, I assume, and Recrudesci. I'm super nervous because this is the first stream in a year, I guess. I tried last year, tried getting back into streaming, but it didn't work out for various reasons. Does everything work? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hi. Hi, console. Away. Hi. Greetings to Norway from Germany. Sounds good. That's good. Yeah, this is more or less going to be testing the setup. Rua White Paw, thanks. And welcome. And call 286. Hey, some familiar names. Sorry, I'm chewing and drinking. Very professional. We wouldn't watch if we didn't already enjoy your content. Content, you mean, probably. I want to play some C64 games. Surprise. And I was streaming years ago now, very regularly, and I kind of want to get back into that because it was really fun when I did it regularly. And then things happened and my mental health declined for quite a bit, but I'm feeling better. And I hope to do this on a more regular basis again. Hi, Easy Living. Good to see you. Yeah. A real C64 that you can see here. That's the actual C64 this picture is coming from, that you can see in that cheap frame, monitor frame that I just downloaded somewhere on the internet. It's all a bit, all a bit spontaneous, I guess. Not really super refined. So if anything goes wrong, please report in the chat. We are testing. Very light jail pass, so we know it's real. Yeah, indeed. It's one of the shortboard C64s with the particularly visible jail bars. Mental health is hard. Yeah, indeed. It's getting better. It's getting better all the time. Yeah, let me just fire up a game. And I'm playing some games that I think not many people know. Some of you might, but definitely not the all-time go-to favorites on the C64, but my personal favorites from back when I was a kid, in the 80s. So most of this stuff is from the 80s and early 90s, when I owned a C64. Suicide Express. No, I don't know that one, I'm afraid. Do you have a game called Beam Rider? I probably have that somewhere, but I am not familiar. Suicide Express is a cute train game. Okay. Sounds a bit dark. My dad used to play that when I was a kid, and I hated the sound it made when he died in the game. Yeah, there's quite a few older C64 games with annoying sound, including the one I want to play first, which is a little game called Mad Monkey that I used to play quite a lot back in the day. It's a Frogger clone, and it's from a disc magazine, I think here in Germany, called Input 64. One of the early disc and actually tape magazines that were available. And this has pretty annoying music. I apologize in advance. Come to Norway 16th to 17th August. You will get to meet Gerontel. Oh, that would be nice. Gerontel made some of the best C64 music, unlike the music you're about to hear. And please let me know if the level of the music is too annoying or if it is acceptable. Seems not very loud. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to Norway. I have other things to do that require me in the lab here. He will be here in person. Music's perfect. Yeah, indeed, Gerontel. Maybe I'm going to start up something where Gerontel did the music. Mr. Halley comes to mind. He did the conversion of the music, I think, for the C64 version, which is amazing. So this is obviously a German game. It says Punkte instead of score, and Leben instead of lives, and Runde instead of rounds, and Tasten instead of keys, and joystick is joystick. And Die Besten is the high scores. Audio levels sound good, that's good. Thank you. Okay, let's have a go. I haven't played this literally since I last played it as a kid. I just went through my USB stick, actually. This is running off my 1541 Ultimate cartridge, so no real floppy disks involved in this, I'm afraid, for today. Hey, Shrapnel! Long time no see indeed. Good to see you. Just like back in the days when I did this regularly. Okay, let's play a round of Mad Monkey, which I played as a kid many, many times. And it's like Frogger, but you are a monkey. And the enemies are accordingly changed to things that a monkey would encounter in the wild. I don't know. And I don't really... Hey, I'm doing quite well. I don't really know where... No, I think that was wrong. I don't really know where to land once I got over the street. Savannah. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oops. Hayes! Hey, good to see you. Toby, it's a hot Christmas this year. Thanks. Yeah, it's really warm here. I might have to activate my fan at some point, but I turned it off for now because it was a bit noisy. And I'm dying because I'm reading the chat and not really concentrating. And I suck at playing games. All games, basically. In case you didn't watch any of my other streams, be warned, I really can't play games. So that was a bonus, I think, that I just picked up. I very vaguely remember what to do in this game. So maybe... No, that's not where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go in the green part, I think. Yeah. Let's try that again. Derp the Demigod. Hey. It's like Frogger, but you're a monkey. It sounds like a description of my workplace. Hey, cheap later. Oh, you're still in moderator mode. I'm sorry about that. I didn't change that. That was from one of the streams, one of the charity streams I did like 3 years ago or something, or 4 years ago. I'm not sure how long that's been. Yeah. Sorry, cheap later. Probably, if you are okay with being a moderator for this stream, which you probably won't have to do much. Yeah, from the Ukraine charity. Back when the war started in Ukraine. Oh, I think I made it. That's where I'm supposed to go. Ah, the snake got me. Fine with you, that's good. Is the stream looking alright? Is it stuttering or anything? I changed everything around because I had to install Windows anew. just like back in the day. Only that this time it's Windows 11 and not Windows 98, which I installed like a bazillion times back then. And I had the backup of my OBS settings, but I had to start from scratch basically once I figured out that the backups are not compatible if you update your OBS. So I had an old backup that didn't work with the new version of OBS that I downloaded. And then I thought, screw that, I'm just going to start over, because I know a bit more about OBS anyway these days. Yay, another monkey saved. Looking fine, even with visible jailbars. Yeah, sorry about the jailbars, that's just what the C64 output looks like. As you probably know. Gets so tired of reinstalling Windows 98. I can't really read and play, as you probably can tell. Tired of reinstalling Windows 98 that I burned out the Norton Ghost image on disk. Yeah, that was a glorious time. I remember I made the switch from the Amiga in 97 or something, and the first Windows I had was Windows 95, which kind of sucked. But then Windows 98 kind of crashed even more, for me at least, because I learned how to tinker with the system more, and I had to reinstall that very, very often, I remember. And it took, of course, it took ages to install, because, jailbars. Interesting that the game title art scrolls as part of the map. Yeah. Not sure how they did that. And this strange effect as well. Yeah, I hated Windows. That's what I was about to say. I hated Windows at the beginning, and I still kind of do. And I kind of hate it more now that they're adding all that crap into it. Or even more crap on top of the other crap that it was. But unfortunately I have to have this Windows PC still, because gaming and things like that, which still, even if Linux got a lot better with that, Windows is still more compatible with games that I like to play. So I'm still begrudgingly running a Windows PC. For streaming and gaming. Which streaming is basically also gaming, but the games are not running on a Windows PC. Certainly multiplexing sprites. Probably. Like Windows 95, it felt like a massive improvement from 3.1. Yeah, I can imagine that. I came from the Amiga and it was all really... I was at a point where I kind of understood everything that made the Amiga OS work. And then Windows was a complete mess. And you had to go into DOS to play proper games and things like that, which you, on the Amiga, obviously you never had to do anything like that, because the system was just the graphical user interface all along. All grey, by the way. In honor of Captain Picard. I have to work on Windows PC now after working on Linux for 15 plus years. I bite into my table on a daily basis. Yeah, I can imagine that. I had, surprisingly, my old streaming setup before I reinstalled Windows was kind of crashing all the time, and it had some issues whenever I changed the sound settings, and that all works now. And my webcams, I don't have to restart OBS 3 times to get my webcams running. It's kind of gotten better. I don't know if that's going to stay that way, but I have high hopes at this point. Used to daily drive Linux from August 2017 to September 2019. Yeah, I'm actually considering. I'm for work and video editing and things like that. I use Mac at this point because I can't really stand Windows, and I used to work as an audio guy, engineer, and the first time I used Macs was somewhere around G4s or something, and they were so much better than PCs at that point, and didn't crash and didn't hum and all the kinds of problems I encountered with Windows. So yeah, that's when I switched to Apple products, and yeah, they're kind of getting crappier all the time since then, but I'm still using Apples. And I actually like the new Apple Silicon stuff. And I still like the operating system better than Windows. I never really used Linux, only on the side, and I tried it out, and it's getting better all the time, I guess. And I'm really considering at least running Linux on my old MacBook that I use for a while to try. On a personal note, you're actually looking quite good. Thanks. I don't know about that. That's probably the good lighting that I set up. But I'm probably looking healthier than when I streamed last year, because I feel a lot healthier. Mentally and physically, maybe. Although age doesn't help. Been on this iMac since late 2013. Didn't need to reinstall once. Yeah, that's the thing with Macs, and always has been, basically. You installed once, you could update up to a certain point, of course, because then they cut it, but you still got security updates for quite a while. And my MacBook that I've had that for ages. That's a 2015 MacBook, and I still use that, and it works fine. Doesn't have the latest operating system, of course, but still gets the essential updates. So yeah, kind of less annoying than Windows, let's put it that way. Yeah, they're killing Mac's Intel support with the next macOS. But they did that with the PowerPC stuff back then, and everything went smoothly. Back then, at least. I've been using Intel Macs, and my main machine is a Mac Mini from 5 years ago now, 2020 Mac Mini, I think. With the first one with Apple Silicon. And that's a beast compared to everything else that I have. For video editing and working and things like that. Linux for the win on Intel Macs. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to try that. And then, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I switch to Linux all along. I kind of like the idea for kind of moral reasons and political reasons, if you will. But I'm not quite there yet. And also, I bought Final Cut Pro from Apple. Which was a huge amount of money for me. And I'm really used to that, so my workflow is all stuck with the Apple products at this point. The music. Are you annoyed yet? Yay! Oh. Oh no! Killing Intel is part of the dream. Ah. I have no love for the slightly enhanced 8088 CPUs that are used everywhere. Yeah, I think they're a bit more than that, but they probably still are mostly backwards compatible with the 8088s. Or the 8080 even. I think in the first ones that weren't really hardware compatible, they just implemented a whole 8088 in the chip. If I remember that correctly, to stay compatible. What? That was kind of strange. Didn't die there. Yay! Maybe we make it to the next level. Are you still keeping up with the C64 homebrew scene? Not as much as I did when I was regularly streaming, I'm afraid. And I didn't watch many streams. Hazemaker64 is a C64 streamer as well. Or Commodore streamer, I should say. Sometimes Amiga, I believe. But mostly C64. I hope that's still accurate. It's been a while. Yeah, I didn't watch much. I still get notified about some releases on itch.io and things like that, but I didn't play many new games. I won't say any, because I always have a C64 set up that I occasionally start up and play games on, but mostly I've been repairing stuff lately. Great Spelunky port. Yeah, I saw a video of that, I think. Monkey Island is in development. Is that a different version from the version that was... I think there was a version that was more like a text adventure with like static graphics. Wasn't that already released? Or was that just a demo? Proper version. I always dreamed of that back in the day. Unrelated to the text thing. Okay, nice. Yeah, that might be something I might want to check that out. Ah, Wolfman Jack, hey. Servus, Grüezi und Hallöchen. Good to see you. I think I'm going to play something else. This probably... you know everything you need to know about this game, which I enjoyed very much as a kid, 10 years old or something. Which is now 36 years ago, something like that. Kind of hurts. Oh, there's another one. This is probably the first game I ever played on the C64. Wistful Sight. Yeah, indeed. This is a very, 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 not very well-known game, I believe. This was, I think, a type-in from a German magazine. Blumenschießen. My father typed this in, and we played it on the family C64, even before I had my own C64. Blumenschießen means flower shooting, something like that. I don't know what the correct word, just kind of, yeah, shooting flowers. Hey, Firebay Reverb. Good to see you. I thought you had something else to do, something better. Yeah, this is actually really, really the first game I ever played on the C64. Very crude, very basic game. Literally a basic game, written in BASIC. And I learned some of my C64 basic programming skills from this very listing. Who wouldn't want to come home after a long workday and casually shoot some flowers? Yeah, it was more peaceful, more civilized times, I guess. I'm playing at the normal speed. There's also fast and slow. Normal. Oh, I can give it my name. Jan. One moment, please. That was my Big Clive impression. Yeah, we basically have. It's kind of like Space Invaders for dummies. You are this moving bow, I guess, and you're shooting arrows, quite literally, at the flowers and get points. Yeah. And as a kid, when I first saw this, I of course thought this was a really good game because I didn't know anything else. Yay, I can still do it. What did they have against flowers? Having a glass of wine and Kino Laika, but thought you draw it anyway. Nice, okay. Enjoy your glass of wine. It's like Cyberpunk 2077, yeah. Which I actually just bought because it was discounted. So I admit I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 at all yet. I just started it up for the first time a couple of days ago and never played it really. But that's that's also running on Linux, I believe. They made that Steam Deck compatible, I think. Reminds me of one of my first C64 cartridges. Avenger, Space Invaders clone made by Commodore. Yeah, I know that one. Better graphics. It had graphics at all. This is all text mode, like not even proper PETSCII. It's just text. No flowers were harmed. Yeah, that's a big plus. Yeah, and that's the next level. We can play this for forever. It's just more for historic reasons, I guess. And I think one nice aside, I think this is one of the games that I saved from one of the tapes that actually survived from back then. So this is the actual version that my father typed in from a tape that he had and that survived. Which is kind of amazing. And I saved that from the tape to my modern day Ultimate 1541. So you could say this is the exact version, every bit of it. I think it's hard to understand from today's perspective what marvel it was to be able to influence yourself what was on the screen. Yeah, it was, I mean, these what were they called, the television typewriter things where you could just enter text and it appeared on the television. Those were a big hit for some people. I mean, kind of amazing where we got from there. Oh, there's a coffee stream bot. Yeah, you can donate on coffee. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was happening. You don't have to donate anything. But you can, of course. It's all, yeah. That's how it scrolled. So I had to try Mad Monkey in the debugger. It was all sprites, including the text. Oh, okay. Nice. Good to know. It's all sprites, all the way down. So I think this is not a very interesting game, I guess. Should I play another round or not? I have some more interesting games coming up that I also liked back in the day. Where did you get this C64C from? Oh, it's a kind of a mix of things. This is the one I put together in a YouTube video at the end of last year. This was my end of 2024 project, I think. The main board is a donation from someone that I repaired. I don't remember who donated that, I'm afraid, but the case I had lying around for quite a while and refurbished a bit and retrobrighted a bit. The keyboard I bought off eBay just recently to make this This is the only proper C64 C with a shortboard in it that I own, actually. You can donate whatever you want. So, for example, if you have a spare C64 lying around, or a C65, yeah, that would be kind of nice. I'm always open for donations, especially broken C64s. I like those. 81 shots total so far. That would cost an outrageous amount of money at the fair. Yeah, that's true. I think I want to play another round. Maybe in the faster speed. Oh, that's round 3. I'm sorry. I can't change the speed, of course. This is level 3. I think this... Oh, the speed? I think it accelerated slightly. Okay. It's accelerating. I didn't remember that. This is getting harder. Woo! Quite a bit. It's not that easy. But the screens were smaller back in the day. I guess that made it a bit easier. It's easier to see where your bow was. No joystick controls, just spacebar. Would be nice to convert this to joystick controls. Although I think you could use a joystick in port 1. Because the fire button is the same connection that the spacebar is. Now he's getting adventurous. Yeah, I could play this forever. This calms my nerves somewhat. It's like playing Tetris for me or something like that. It's games where you don't really have to think anymore because you played them so often. And this is not a very thought-provoking game anyway. So let's play something else. This is a nice one that I don't really remember how to play properly. Bit late to the stream. How's everybody doing? Commodore Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you. Yeah, it's kind of a strange time of day, I guess, for a stream. I'm not sure what time of day it is wherever you are. Kevin is in the United States, I believe, if he didn't travel anywhere else. 12 noon for me on this hot day, but it's a day off from work. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's noon where you are. Hey, Retrotech Christoph. Good to see you. This is another game from the German disc and tape magazine Input 64. Input 64. I think it was from that magazine. It's called Die versunkene Stadt, the sunken city. And I never really knew what the objective of this game was, but it seems like a pretty nice game that I remembered recently. Yeah, Input 64, 1986. I remembered recently that I played this back in the day and never knew what to do, really. But you're going to see. It looks pretty interesting. It's not really great graphics or anything, but it looks like a game that could be fun, potentially, if you knew what to do. Which I don't. So we're this, I don't know what it is, like a UFO kind of thing. And there are all kinds of traps and things. You're going to see. We can open these doors with these buttons. And you have to move like pixel perfect to not crash into walls and stuff or get shot by lasers. I think the number on top is your energy level or something like that. Oh, and the colors change whenever we pick up diamonds. It's kind of intriguing, this game, but I never knew what to do, really. Don't know if anybody knows. Talking about Input 64, do you happen to have the Price of Peril around? Oh, it was Price of Peril was from the Fantastischen Vier. That's interesting. I think I played that. I had that. I remember having that issue of Input 64 for sure back in the day. Price of Peril. Not sure if I have it on here, but that would be interesting. Oh, there's something falling off the sky. Oh, and I crashed into the wall. Smudo did do the coding. That's a very, very well-known hip-hop, German language hip-hop band here. Die Fantastischen Vier. The Fantastic Four in German. Yeah. Ah, we're not starting from... Oh, and I crashed into the same wall. Commands like print, if, goto, and all these are still in English. Oh, what? I didn't read that comment. No, the basic C64 basic is still English. Yeah, the commands. I believe there were like translations of Commodore 64 Basic, so you could have the commands in German actually, but it didn't catch on for some reason. Okay, I can't really pick that diamond up, I guess. And I think the diamonds... I can't pick that diamond up because I'm going to show you what happens. I remember that. I get shocked by these transformer things, of course. And they explode. I actually remember this game. I played that too. Nice. Yeah, I think that Input 64 thing was really popular at the time. Especially when there was nothing else around in that, like, disc magazines, or it was the first disc magazine in Germany for the Commodore 64, I think. And for a long time in the 80s, it was the only one. The only one you could buy in a store. Okay. How am I supposed to get through that? Possibly we can only get through that from the other side. Zeppelin, yeah, that's very similar to that, I think. Yeah, that's probably the inspiration for this one. Let's go here. Yeah, as I said, I have no clue what to do. Can't get through there, I guess. Oh, there's something falling. There's a fuel pad, that's good. Yeah, you're losing fuel all the time, of course, as well. So you have to watch your fuel. Refueling! And of course this kind of intrigued me as a kid, because, yeah, imagining being in kind of a submarine or whatever it's supposed to be in a city. I guess this is supposed to be underwater or something. Sunken city. Seem to be trees there. Okay. Refueling once again. No, there was a laser beam or something. Oh, it's game over. I'm going to start again. One more time. Let's try to see what's on the other side. What's this? Okay. Okay. Oh, That's like a teleport thing. Didn't remember that. Okay, interesting. It's a game of exploring. Oh, and crashing into walls. Okay, I guess this is refueling, but we don't have to do that. Okay. What are your thoughts about the plan to buy the Commodore brand for the community? I don't really know what to think about that. I think the idea in itself to get the brand into the community's hands collectively is a good idea. I don't know if that's the plan though. It sounds a bit like Periphractic kind of wants to own it himself, and that would be kind of not so great. But I'm not sure. I'm going to be more sure about that whenever he releases the next video. Phone battery running low. Oh no. Yeah, watching streams on your phone is not recommended unless you have a large battery pack around. Sorry. Twisted Mented 42. Yeah, exactly. We shall see. Yeah, that's my stance at the moment. I'm not too sure about that whole thing. The idea is good, but I'm not too sure if it's working out the way I imagine it would be good. Like just sharing it and kind of open sourcing the brand, but it sounds like it's like a lot of business involved and making money off it. And of course, it's going to cost a lot of money buying the brands. First see, then believe. Yeah, I do believe that there is a plan and that they're working on it. That's so much. I do believe that. I'm not sure what the outcome of that plan is going to be and if it's going to be a good one. Because if they just license out the brand name for money, I don't know. And just curating everything that's going to be released under the brand and taking a percentage of the, I don't know. It's not really my kind of thing. Oh, I ran out of fuel. That's a new death. Plans are beautiful, however, I want to see it being executed. Yeah, same here. I'm not sure. I don't really have an opinion about that, I guess, at this point. The aim of the game is to find the entrance to the hidden city. Oh, we are not in the hidden city. But prior to entering, you have to collect at least 7 diamonds so you can open the barrier at the hidden city's entrance. Oh, okay. Now it all makes sense. But it's probably hidden very well. So I don't think we're going to make it. I never saw the entrance to the hidden city back in the day. Am I in the right spot? Most people will still carry on as normal without the branding. Yeah, I don't. I watched the video, of course, and there were some things where proper Commodore branding would make sense, in my opinion, like the Mega 65. That would be cool if that was an official Commodore branded product, because it kind of is an official product, just without the brand name. But there are some other things like peripherals and, I don't know, the arm sit and newly made things that don't really need... It doesn't really make sense to have them Commodore branded, I guess. Maybe somebody should revive the MOS brand. Maybe we should do that together. I could crowdfund it, and then I'm the owner of MOS technology. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter to me as well if something says Commodore, because I can always put a badge on it that says Commodore, I guess, for my own amusement. Don't have it. I don't need it to be official Commodore branded or something. I guess I have a bit of an opinion about this. And the real Commodore is not coming back just because you buy the IP, I guess. The real Commodore was this, like C64s, Amigas. Commodore PCs. Up until 1994. And everything after is just not really Commodore anymore. I guess you could say that Commodore, the real Commodore, died when Jack Tramiel left the company. Even. Don't know if you want to be the owner of MOS with their crappy ACs. Yeah, you're probably right. There would be a lot of claims these days. Warranty claims for broken MOS logic ICs and things like that. And C64 PLAs. No, I don't really want to be the owner of that. But that would be nice. I think that, I don't know if that's a brand that's, don't even think that copyright got renewed ever. Maybe somebody could do that, and then the ARM SID could be an official MOS SID chip or something. But it's not going to be the real SID chip, so yeah, no point really. It's not coming back. And why should it? We still have the machines, and we can still... At this point, we can still repair most of them, at least. Even if they break. I'm running low on fuel. I forgot the old PLA space of the... Yeah, the 82S100 was a Philips chip originally, I believe. And that was very well made, and then they copied it badly. Yeah, the first MOS ones from the first half of the 80s are the bad ones, I think. They do all eventually fail. The later MOS ones are actually not that bad, in my experience. They do fail eventually, but I have some old PLAs that hold up just fine. Starting from 1985 or something. They were not that bad anymore. Aren't there whole swaths of SID chips that are also dodgy? Yeah, SID chips, some of them randomly, you can't really tell which ones die, but some of them run really hot and die quicker than others for whatever reason. '6581s. Yeah, 8580s. I only managed to kill one 8580, and that was with a static discharge, electrostatical discharge from my hand. And ever since, I've been wearing my wrist strap while working on old computers. That taught me a lesson. Yeah, 6581. That's the old SID chip. There are some that hold up for a long time. For some, I don't know. Probably the manufacturing differences are. There are a lot of differences in manufacturing, and some of them are just bad and die rather quickly, and some of them hold up fine. The 8580 was how it should have been. The filter is much more accurate. Yeah. But also, the 6581 has its charm. I'm one of the few people in the world, I guess, that like the 6581 better than the 8580. Because it is so unpredictable in a way. I like the strange sounds that it sometimes makes. Hope you were discharged from working on SIDs after that. I'm still working on SIDS. Took my SD strap apart for the gator clip. No! That's a really useful tool. The ASD wrist straps are really useful if you actually connect them to ground or something, or the same ground level as the device you're working on. That's the other way. I have mine is connected to ground earth, to mains earth, through a resistor. The other way to do it. Without the box in the 6581, we would not have speech, among other things. Yeah, that was basically they're using the switching noise, I think, for samples. That's why samples are so silent on the 8580. I needed the gator clip to ground my antenna for my RTL SDR. Okay, you are excused, Dirk the Demigod. Sampling on 8580 was achieved through other retro-compatible means. Yeah, some of the old games, the samples are really low volume. Some of the newer, basically all the newer demos are optimized for the 8580, I guess, because it's like it's the better chip in the end, technically, of course. It's got more oomph, more bass response and things like that. Just sounds better. Objectively, subjectively. And I thought I was the only one in the world who likes the sound of the old SIDS better. Every time I mentioned something like that, people started behaving like in the stoning theme in the life of Brian. Yeah, you kind of get... But I mean, we're all friends here, so we're not going to stone somebody, hopefully. Because they like the other SID model. Demo written for 8580 will sound mostly the same on different C64s. Yeah, that's true. They are more consistent. Much more so than the 6581s. But that's something I also like about the 6581s. Living SID Diversity Month. Yeah, among other things. Happy Pride Month. Happy SID Diversity Month and other diversities. Still June. Let's play something else. Something better. Where do I have that? I have one. I think in the sorted directory. That is a really good game. And it's early 90s, I think. Harley Insane. Hi. Greetings to Hamburg. And to the OSA. You're not very far away. But I'm not in Hamburg today because I have to get up early tomorrow. And care for my kid. This is Vincent from another disc magazine. German disc magazine. Moin. Yes, that's what we say here. And also in Hamburg sometimes. I lived in Hamburg for about a year. In the early 2000s. 25 years ago. Yay. Time flies when you're having fun. So this is from, I don't really remember from which disc magazine, but Magic Disc, I think. I'm not sure which one it was. I'm not sure if it says somewhere in the game. There were some disc magazines in Germany after the Input 64 thing in the 90s, and they were really, yeah, they were pretty widespread as well. So was a really inexpensive way to get some decent games back then. And they would often have multiple games on one disc and things like that, or one huge game. I think this was one that was a single game on an issue, because it's a larger game. Was there a C64 Joker magazine? No, I think there was Amiga Joker and PC Joker. At least I don't remember a C64 Joker. Oh, nice crack throw. They cracked a game from a disc magazine that was just like 6 Mark. 6 marks. 6 Deutschmarks or something like that. I don't know what these magazines cost back in the day. Don't remember. But not much. You Play Vincent gave me quite a run, but it's a fun platformer. Yeah. And of course we want to have the high score saver. Then there will be no trainers. Oh. No trainers on this channel, because I'm a pro gamer. I'm not. 7 guilders. Yeah, 6 marks. Probably something like that. I don't really remember what they cost, but they were not really expensive back then. And I actually had quite a few. They were all trashed at some point in my life, because I didn't believe that I would ever get a C64 out again, believe it or not. After C64 declined and Input 64 was cancelled, the folks went on to found the YX magazine. X magazine. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. Fun fact. So this is Vincent. I played this a lot, taking turns with my sister back in the day. I remember that. She loved this game and I did too. We never got really far because she's more of a gamer nowadays than she was back then, and I never was or will be a good gamer, I guess. But I'm having fun nonetheless. So let's check this out. It's a platformer and you're playing a vampire that we've just seen there. Or kind of a, I don't know, undead. Some kind of undead. And we're collecting blood oranges, I think. Just noticed he has feet for hands. Okay, so maybe it's another monkey. An undead monkey. Or something like that. The music seems really low. I'm just going to turn up the music a bit. Oh, it's fading in. That's a nice effect. It's fading in on its own. I'm not touching anything. The 64er Checksummer. Yeah. It was a blessing. And the machine language one was the MSE. I remember having fun with that too. So this is quite a good looking game. 1991, I think, is what it said there somewhere. And I wonder what all these people, or any of these people mentioned here, are still in the business of making games. Many are actually of the programmers for the C64. Some of them are still making games. Like Chris Hülsbeck, for example, still makes game music at this point. Which is kind of amazing. But also seems like a logical step. Oh, I have to, for the next stream, I have to disable that coffee stream bot. I'm sorry about that. Didn't even know that. Probably that didn't exist when I last streamed a year ago. I failed to get a single type-in program running even with MSE. Was simply too bad at typing back then. Oh no. That sucks. I actually liked typing quite a lot. Typing in programs, and I never did the ones that had like multiple pages. But some of the one-page things I typed in, and some of them were pretty nice. I think the music is a tiny bit loud, maybe. Yeah. Just turning that down a little bit. I think the shark is not good. But these little oranges are... Don't remember what the shark does. I was picking up a shark. For science. Oh, that strips me of all my money. Okay. So we collect money, and I think there's a shop somewhere that we can buy, like, upgrades. I vaguely remember. It's not loud. Okay, I turn it down anyway. I hope it's still audible. I think that's where I learned attention to detail, carefully checking code against what was printed in the manuals. Yeah, I think I learned a lot of patience there, at least. Attention to detail is still not my strong suit, but patience is under some circumstances I can be pretty patient. Shark. I jumped the shark! Literally. Oh, no, I died. Because, I don't know. My time ran out, probably. Let's try that again. Yeah, it looks more like a vampire than on the title screen in-game. I guess the title screen was made by somebody else. Not sure. But this plays really smoothly. I think it has some pretty bad bugs. But for a magazine type game, this was pretty awesome back in the day. And still is, kind of. But I don't remember getting very far in this. Hi, Apfelstrudelig. Good to see you. Sound is good. Great. It's nice how the 10 credit coins look like a German Groschen. Yeah, that's true. That's probably the... They modeled it after that. Pixeled it after that. And also the 5 Pfennig. Music is quite nice, actually. And the graphics are quite nice. And if I remember correctly, I can't hurt these scouts with my axe. Yeah. Okay. Made it over the valley then. And the enemy sprites look quite sweet. I need my money because I know that there's going to be a shop somewhere. At some point. So I'm not collecting any sharks. Oh, and the end of the level, of course, is a coffin, because you're a vampire. A Groschen is like cents, 10 cents, but 10 Pfennig back in the day, before we had the euro. German Pfennig. German cents, basically. Tenth of the unit coin of the Deutsche Mark. Yes, same thing. Indeed. Yeah. That's a bit tricky. Ha. Yeah, it feels really nice to control, actually. The jumping is pretty accurate and feels smooth. But of course you need to push the joystick up to jump. Which was the common way to do it back then. At least on the C64. And I still kind of find it more intuitive than pushing a button to jump. I have to admit. Because that's what I did first. I'm going down this time. Doppeltür. Yeah. I remember my father telling me that. Who actually stayed in the Netherlands for some time at one point. Still use crowns in Denmark. Yeah, that's true. I was in Denmark a couple of years ago. And had to exchange euros for kroner. That's the shop, I think. We made it to the shop. Sorry you guys didn't get to keep your currency. Oh, I'm actually quite okay with the euro, all things considered. Oh, that's the shop. Nice. Okay. What can we buy? A credit card? Oh, that's probably for saving my money from the sharks? A smart bomb. Do we want to buy the credit card? I guess so. Nothing else. The rest of it is exits. Okay, bought a credit card, whatever that does. I'm not too sure. Okay, and that's the end of that level. The shop at the end of the level. If we would have kept the Belgian franc, I would easily been a multimillionaire. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Well, I think the overall plan of the euro is totally legit. And it makes traveling across Europe considerably easier. Yeah, being in Denmark already was kind of... it was a strange feeling to have to convert the currencies again. I mean, I did it all the time back in the day, so no big deal, but... still felt a bit strange to do it again. Oh, one thing you can't do in this game is go back. So you can't really scroll the other way. No! A shark. Another shark. Is my money safe from the... Yeah, my money is safe from the sharks now. That's pretty nice. The credit card saves you from the sharks. And there's the glitches I was talking about. Enemies just disappear or are static and then disappear. It's not really a finished game. No! I died. That retro feeling of exchanging money. Groschen is a really old term for any kind of silver coin, and that was then adopted for the 10 Pfennig coin in German. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, it's like the Notgroschen. That also exists and doesn't mean you have 1 Groschen. Last time I was in Denmark, we couldn't stop making jokes about the money being DK coins from Donkey Kong. Okay, I didn't think of that when I was in Denmark, but yeah, kind of makes sense. Yeah. Oh, and I already played this a while back. Jan Beta. I'm already in the high score list. That's nice to see. Let's play another round of this. Hey, pretty old pixel. Nice to see you back on Twitch again. Nice to see you back in the chat again. I know it's been a while. Sorry. But I said this last year, I think, in the stream, in the one single stream I did last year, I said I would do this more frequently again, and then I didn't. But I plan to do this more frequently again, and it's actually quite fun at this point. So thank you for being nice and funny in the chat. And yeah, I plan to do this more frequently this year, from now on. Don't paint the devil. Don't paint the devil on the wall. If you do it twice this year, you did it more frequently. That's true. So I have to do at least 2 streams. I think I can manage that. Still have half a year. Okay, I promise I'm going to do another stream this year. But I was hoping for something like a stream every 2 weeks or something like that. That's the overall goal, but I'm not sure how many I managed. We'll see. It's been fun so far. Yeah, some sprites disappearing and appearing. Yay. Do another one this weekend and the due's done. No, I'm not available this weekend. I'm not here. I'm afraid. I'm going to sit some cats. Is that how you say it? I'm not going to sit on the cats. And some kids, actually. Kids and cats. The whole weekend, basically. So there's not going to be a YouTube video this weekend, but I hope I manage to get that edited on Monday actually and release it on Monday, hopefully. At least that's the plan. I already shot the video footage today. But editing usually takes me a whole day, no matter how much material I have. At least one full day. But isn't it nice how fast the band gets back together again? Yeah, it's really cool. It's a good feeling. It feels good. Thanks for being here. Okay. I have to focus on the game. Don't make me too emotional. Yeah, back in, I don't know, 2020 or something like that, I did this really frequently, like every week sometimes. I don't think I can manage that at this point, but I at least want to do every other week or something like that. But I'm never going to make a proper Twitch schedule. I think that's not the overall plan. I won't manage that because I have too many other things that I need to care for and about. And YouTube videos are also always the priority. Hey, Hablo Pablo. Welcome. I only just now noticed the Garfield. Yeah, that's the same Garfield actually that's on my profile picture. I've had this since I was 7 years old or something. Oh, I can't buy the credit card anymore. Do I still have the credit card? That's strange. Maybe that's another bug in the game. I bought the smart bomb. Oh, there's the Garfield emote even. Nice. So are you taking requests for rare unknown games tonight? Not really. That wasn't the plan, at least. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I still have the credit card, but I think we all saw that it was game over and I restarted the game. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is like, it's kind of a shame that this feels so unfinished in places, like with these little bugs that it has. It's like really polished in other places, and it plays really nicely, but I guess they rushed it out or something in the end. Don't exactly know what happened. I didn't lose my money, so I probably still have the credit card. Oh, I lost some money, okay. Okay, I don't have the credit card, but I couldn't buy it. That's a bug. Yay, I made it further than before. At least, I think. I think I died at this point in the last round. Yeah, two-player, the plan was to play some games that I liked back in the day that nobody knows about. Or few people know about. Or at least games that I assumed few people would know about. Some people knew Vincent, and you knew Die versunkene Stadt even. But this actually I saw, I don't remember, one YouTube video of this game a while back and remembered. I didn't remember this game at all before I saw that video. Somebody played through this. There's a playthrough of this whole thing on YouTube. And I remembered, wow, I played this as a kid and loved it. There's another shop! Another shop! Reminds me a bit of Gianna. Maybe it took some inspiration. Yeah, and Gianna took some inspiration from Super Mario Brothers. Believe it or not. But this was much later, in terms of much later. It was like 4 years later. I think Gianna's Sisters was from 87, and this is from 91. But oh, there's another boot. What's that boot? Fire boots. Sounds intriguing. Okay. Don't know what the fire boots are doing. Can't feel any difference. Oh, I can walk through fire, probably. I can walk through fire! Nice. There's a bonus level here, I guess. Let's go there. Ooh, yeah, bonus. That's lovely. So it was a good idea to buy the fire boots. Very nice. Oh, my touchscreen thingy just hung up. But that doesn't really matter. Oh, there it is again. Yay! Okay, so I can collect all this stuff without touching the sharks. Yay! Ooh. That's nice. Oh, there's sharks there. That sucks. It's not a very hard game, it's actually really fun, even for me. Ah. He said, dying miserably. So some enemies are just disappearing randomly. Which isn't a bad thing, I guess. Planning on making any MSX related videos on YouTube in the near future. Not in the near future, but I have some MSX stuff that I want to look at. Sometime. I'm pretty much planned. I have planned the videos for this month and next month, and it's no MSX. But eventually there's going to be more MSX stuff. Because I have a Hitbit MSX actually that I've never done anything with. Sony Hitbit. One of the best MSXs. At least MSX1. And I have to take a look at that at some point. But also I have quite some interesting C64 stuff, which for some of you might be a bit boring. But I love the C64. And I have the next video is some new C64 hardware add-on. And the next one is probably going to be another C64 hardware video. And then I still have an Amiga 500 to repair that I failed to repair so far. And many other things. X-layers are related to plumbers. Maybe. And the Gianna sisters are also related to the Mario brothers, I guess. It's Gianna and Maria, I think. If you play that Gianna sisters in 2-player mode, I think the other player is Maria. Gianna's sister. No, we have to walk through all the sharks again. I didn't pay attention. No! Okay. C64 videos are always interesting. Thank you. I still find the C64 interesting myself, so. And it was my first computer. And it's still my favorite after all these years. But I do make videos. I enjoy other systems as well nowadays. Yeah. I think I want to take a quick break for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. And then I have another game that nobody knows and nobody cares about. Except for myself. Yeah. So I'll be right back. 5 minutes, something like that. I have to go for a wee and fill up on my drinks here. See you in a second. In 5 minutes. I have returned! Yeah, that's... not all of the plushies were mine. Some of them are, admittedly. That was me and the kid making an intermission loop for the stream. And the music was mostly by Focus 10, who does the music for my videos. And one track that I made that I snuck in there. But I don't know if it played at this point. It's just a loop that's repeating. So the next game that I want to play, is where is it? In my favorites, I think. I think I played this before on the stream. It's Abyss, which is one of the few games I actually own or owned. I own an original copy of it again now. But this is one that I bought for around 10 Deutschmarks back in the day myself from my pocket money. There was Crocodile taking over the stream to show his Pokemon plushies. Yeah, that makes more sense actually. So I'll leave it at that. I have a decent amount of Pokeplush on my shelf here at work. Yeah, I have the little Crocodile set up here again because Crocodile wanted me to set it up in the stream. For the last stream, last year, or for one of the streams before that, even more years ago, I think, if I remember correctly. And it's really strange because the names of the Pokemon are different in different languages, actually. So I often don't know which Pokemon you're referring to when you use the English names, because I'm used to the German names, actually, which are quite different. And some of them are quite different, some of them are the same. This is a lovely budget game released by Kingsoft sometime in the 80s. I don't know if it's said somewhere. And I played this quite a lot back in the day. I'm not good at it, but it's a really nice puzzle-style action game kind of thing that is unlike everything else, basically. It's like... yeah, you're going to see. Hydropie, yes. Mudkip is the English name for Hydropie, okay. I didn't know that at all. For example, one example. Yeah, that's one of the kids. I have the fiery thing, Feurigel, in German. Don't even know what that is in English. So we're playing this blob, and there's all kinds of traps and things. This round thing is kind of a save point. We can activate that, and when we lose a life, we restart from there. There's enemies, of course, as demonstrated by this enemy killing me. We have a lot of lives, so things are not that bad. These things, these little pills here, we have to dispose them into these vortex things, and we get points for that. And the points are the percentage there. And these things can fall into holes, and I can fall into holes. And sometimes you can lure them into the holes. And if we dispose of these pills in another vortex, we get 0.3% points. I happen to know that there's another vortex right there. And if you put more of them in one vortex you only get 0.1%. And we need to have a certain percentage to leave the level. And you can also use the pills to kill the enemies, if you are better than I am. So the first time you put a pill into one of these vortices? No idea what the plural is. These are some trippy abstract graphics. Yeah, I love the graphics. I love the music too. The title music is one of my favorite SID tracks of all time still. And I think this is from 87 or something. It's not that late of a game, but pretty refined for its time. And actually a nice puzzle game, because there's so many things you can do and so many different ways you can do things. And super polished. Not many people know about this game. German game from the 80s. From the budget label Kingsoft, which was super popular here because it was a budget label. And they made super good games for little money. Some of my favorite games. Yeah, there's a magnet. You can use that to attract the little pills. We can just... yeah, now I have the magnet equipped. And we can switch these holes there around. These blinking things are like mines. If you step on that, they explode and you die. We have a wrench. We can take out these kinds of things here and fall in the hole if we are not quick enough. But we can put, yeah, the bottles give me 0.1%. We actually need to collect some of these. These round things throw me in a random direction. There's so many things to know. It's so cool. I love this game. And that was actually kind of... I only bought this, I didn't know anything about this game. I just bought it randomly because it was cheap. And it turned out to be a really good game. And now you can see that the percentage sign turned yellow. That means we have enough points to finish the level. And you do that by getting to a helicopter, which I don't remember where it was. It's somewhere here. Yeah, that's the way you finish the level. And that's actually pretty cool because oh, we can still die if we didn't do the lift off in time. Parallax scrolling was the bomb jet back in the day. Remember the German game magazines gave extra points for multiple scroll levels. Yeah, it was super difficult to do on a machine like the C64, I guess. But many games used it after some time. Yeah, the levels are pretty huge in this game as well. So there's a lot of areas in this level that we didn't even get to see. Because I want to finish the level now. Oh, there's another enemy. Can we take off before it reaches me? Ah, just in time. And they are still following you, as you can see. But this is really a good game. If you haven't checked that out or didn't know about this, I highly recommend this game. It's really fun and it gets really tough quickly. The second level already is, I think I managed to beat that, but not much further in the game. But it doesn't matter because it's still fun. So here we are. second level. And this already is a lot harder than the first one. Don't even remember. Let's look around for a bit. Yeah. But we get full lives for every level, at least, so it's not that unfair. But there's a lot of levels, I think. You can see the little level bar rising there, and that goes to the top, so there's a lot of game. Oh, and you can't kick the pills over these pyramid looking things. Mixing of multicolor sprites and 1-bit sprites cover too. Yeah, it looks really good. And I love how the parallax scrolling is indicating the depth. The abyss. The namesake of the game, actually. Yeah, we have to switch those around to get to that. Not even sure. There's our helicopter. Ah. Oh, and these mines, sometimes they leave holes, and sometimes they leave solid ground that you can actually jump on. In this case, it left a hole. Yeah, we need more. But the monsters also fall into the holes, which is quite good. So let's see if we can finish the level with just the bottles we can collect. Nope. Not yet. I think these actually switch around all those fields in one level. Let's see. Yes, they do. Come here, enemy. Ha. Bit fun. Ah. And I fell too. That's what Crossout did too on the 64. That was a clever thing to raise the resolution. But you need a more advanced sprite multiplexer when using these tricks. I tried and failed. Yeah, I never tried anything like that. I have no clue about programming, apart from C64 Basic. Tiny bit of C, but that's about it. My C64 assembler adventures ended with being able to print my name on the screen, basically. For a computer that came out in 1982, it's scary what people could do with it. Yeah. But also kind of... Ah, there's another... Yeah, we can do that, I guess. I can kick the pill into that. Oh, no, we have the pill there. That's not good. That's not good. As I said, I'm not very good at this. But I wanted to show you anyway. We're just going to kick this one into the abyss. And try again. Yeah, these things stay open and you can't extract another pill from these while there's one on the playfield. Oh, how we do it? No, we can't do that. How do we do that? I didn't think it through. We can do it like this, but we can't get it there. We need a magnet. There was a magnet somewhere. Was there? There has to be a magnet. There's a wrench. And there's no time limit. That's another thing that I really like about this game. There's a magnet. Only thing that would have been nice is having pallet RAM. Yeah. No. Now I think I lost the magnet again. Yeah. No. We could already leave the level, by the way. Percentage sign already turned yellow. So let's try and get this thing over there. Oh, and the magnet only works one time, actually. So that sucks. Okay, I didn't remember that. So we had to kick this thing. Yeah, I'm just going to put the next one somewhere else. Or at least try to put it there. That's easier. Let's gather some points. You need a really accurate joystick for this. Oh no! Yeah, as I said, you need an accurate joystick and a person who can handle it accurately. Yeah, the C64 is brown. 16 shades of brown, as some Spectrum people like to say. Or CPC people. The CPC had all the beautiful colors in the world. But yeah. No hardware scrolling, I believe. No real sprites, I think. So the C64 was kind of a really good gaming machine for those reasons, I guess. Where's the helicopter? Was it somewhere on top here? I don't remember. No, and we died again. You need all those lives. Mechanics and puzzle solving look fun once you get the hang of them. Now I'm curious to try it myself. Yeah, that was kind of the plan of this stream. And this is one of the games I think are really worth checking out. And the enemy got me just before I lifted up. Lifted off. Okay, let's try that again. Another enemy! Ah, and it's too late. Yay! CPC, I think, used the same CRTC that CGA cards use. It looks a bit like it. I think the colors are really crisp on the CPC. Similar to what CGA did. And it also has CGA output, basically, SCART output. RGB output. which is kind of nice actually, but still it sucks at playing games, displaying games. I want to check out the level before I do anything else. I'm taking a plate with me. Okay, we actually need 2 plates for this to get over there. Yeah, with the wrench you can actually get these out there and then put them in somewhere else. Do we need a magnet? Yes, we need a magnet, of course. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, some of these enemies are flying, actually. And they don't die. Unless they hit me. Dragram, good to see you. He is still alive and live on Twitch. Yeah, it's been a year since the last test stream that I did, mentioning that I wanted to stream more regularly, which I didn't. So now we're completely lost because we can't get over there. That sucks. Okay, that's a bad... kind of bad level design. We have to basically throw ourselves into the abyss now. Because we can't really do anything else. That sucks. Okay, I take everything back. This game sucks. No, it doesn't. But that's kind of bad design, so I'm stuck here at level 3. Just like I predicted. Yeah. Throwing myself into the abyss. I think you can probably quit the game in some way, but I don't remember which key. Self-destruction. But hey, 4.8%. I think that's pretty good in my scheme of things. Yay, 3rd place. And there's actually my old... nice. There's my old high scores from back in the day. Yoke used to be my band. And we used to make stickers that said Yoke sucks. MacGyver used to be my nickname back in school because I once fixed a television set with a pocket knife. And Jazzmaster used to be my nickname sometime after that, and JB used to be my nickname in 1999, it seems. And now I'm Jan Beta, joining my former selves. Primus sucks. Yeah, Primus sucked even more than we did. We're actually a bit influenced by Primus and things like that. Like, it was kind of a nu metalish, emo-core-ish band back in the late 90s that I played the bass guitar in. Yeah, we can start at level 3 actually. We can start at the first 4 levels. Let's have a look at level 4, I guess. It's not cheating if you can set it up in the game menu. Oops, okay, this is kind of dangerous. No! Yes. Told you so. Okay, can't go there. Nice bit of Jan trivia. Yeah, don't play. I now upgraded to be a guitarist, actually. But I used to play the bass guitar in quite a few bands back in the 90s and early 2000s. And now I only play in a Nirvana cover band, actually. For fun. Back then we actually took the music making quite serious, and we planned to go all kinds of places, but we didn't. We released one album at one point with another band, not Yoke. The band that came after that, with the same people. But it didn't go anywhere, because that was the point when everybody else finished their university studies and actually got proper jobs and things like that. Hey, this is fun, but I want to go elsewhere. Can I go there? Yes. Yeah, but now what? Okay, as I said, this gets complicated really quickly. But there's one album that I played the bass on. I think it was available, as the CD was available on Amazon until quite recently. Maybe it's still there. The Sea is the band. And we're also on Bandcamp still, I think. So you can listen to the album that I played bass on for free. And I'm stuck again, I think. Okay, that's one of the weaknesses of this game. Yeah, maybe I can put a link into the chat. But I'm not sure what the link is. I have to look that up. Hang on. Pausing for very important musical reasons. Nope, it's not the C at Bandcamp.com. Was it the C? Oh, there we are. Hang on. Copying and pasting. Actually hate using Windows while I'm a Mac user. So that's our Bandcamp from the band I had in 2000 up until 2008, I think, is when we split up. We never officially split up even. But we kind of did, because everybody did other things. And then we rarely ever see each other anymore. Which is kind of sad, because we were quite determined at the time. And it's like 80s influenced indie pop with some rock stuff. I quite like it, of course, because I did it. But I'm not sure if it's everybody's thing. We did our own thing. And that's a properly recorded album in a proper studio with people who actually knew what they were doing. But I think we played one show after the album was released, and then that was it, basically. So it never really got a chance. One or two shows, maybe. And we went on tour before the album was released, which was a big mistake. But it was inevitable because the release date got delayed, and we planned to tour the album. Yeah, but at least I can say I went on tour with the band. Through Germany, at least. It was a German tour. Hey, Keyboard G, thanks for following. And the notifications work as well. Nice. I didn't know that. Didn't test that in a year. Yeah, I think I'm not getting anywhere in this level, I guess. Let's see if we can go somewhere else. Did we go here already? Oh no, we didn't, I think. I don't think we went here. Okay. That looks dangerous. Let's try. Okay, that was dangerous. What are the question marks? I think the question marks are just fooling you. They are usually in places you can't go. I don't think you can ever reach a question mark. Yeah, that's definitely a place you can't go. And I think there are in some levels, there are some question marks just to troll you. No! You have to get the timing right. So I think you can actually jump across here. If you get the timing completely right. No, we're lost again. Yeah, we get lucky. And we get lucky again. Okay. So this gets tricky really quickly, as I said. Let's see if we can go across there. Hey, Katrina! Glad you made it too. Ah, and we're back at the start. No! Ah, this is tough. I had to have food in a restaurant, but then endure several dress testing. Severe dress testing! Oh, I hope everything went well. Why don't you have to endure the dress testing? Were the dresses for you? My spouse is the lead singer at the upcoming Abiball. Oh my god. Oh, we actually played an Abiball with the band that's in the high school list here in the 90s. With my rock band back in the 90s. We were invited to play at an Abiball. Which is like the prom or something in America, I guess. The teacher's band. No, we weren't. We were nearly not allowed to play there, but it was kind of taken over by the students who organized everything, and then we were allowed. We actually played with the Natural Born Hippies, which is they were kind of famous at the time, and we were the support band for them. At that Abiball. Yeah, that's Yoke. First place in the high school list. That's my old band. Yeah, prom night, something like that. The finishing school celebration. Yeah. I think there's also a DJ, but the teachers band do their 5 or 6 pieces every year. Okay, I see. Yeah, we had kind of, when I finished school, we had kind of an oldies cover band playing at our Abiball. They were quite good, actually. I quite enjoyed that. But it was not the statement that having the Natural Born Hippies and our band play at your Abiball. Oh, I actually made it into the list. Okay, I have to type in my name. with 0.8%. Not a very glorious result, but it's a result. We had no band, we had the Stadthalle Chemnitz, but no music at all. No music in the Stadthalle. Well, that's kind of sad. I think we had a DJ after the band as well. And we had like free beer when we played. That was kind of fun. It was kind of like a year after I finished school, I think. So I was kind of looking down at everybody at that point. They just finished school, the youngsters. Yeah, no money. Yeah, we didn't get any money. It was just for some friends that we took the gig, and we were happy to play because we were like not a well-known band at all. Of course. And playing with a better-known band was kind of a treat for us at that point. And they were really nice guys, the Natural Born Hippies. Their big hit was that cover of Lola, I think. At the time, they were like kind of a one-hit wonder, I think from Sweden or something. I don't really remember. But they were really nice to us, and it was fun to meet actual people that you knew from television, in real life. Should I play another round of this? Or should I play something else? I'm not sure. I'm kind of getting a bit tired, and this really... The scroller just went German as well. It's a German game. You are the only person from television I know. Yeah, I know very few people who made it to real life television. But the Natural Born Hippies, I talked to them at one point and I shared a stage with them. I know some people from the music scene a bit, because the band after this band was a bit more successful, and we were also relocated to Hamburg, where there was quite a vital music scene, and everybody was really nice to each other, even though people who were successful at the time. So I met some people from that scene at least. I have an autograph from Achim Menzel that a friend got me. Okay. Yeah, I met some minor celebrities from the Hamburg music scene, still very local on a global scale, I guess. But they were all really friendly, normal people, which I was kind of surprised at first when I met some of them, but yeah. I met the guitarist from the teenage sensation band Echt. He was kind of a friend at one point, even Kai. Super nice person. Very friendly person. And we even took his guitar on tour, because we had a guitar case that had the Echt logo on it when we went on tour. Which was kind of fun, always a good talking point. But that's the highest ranking celebrity I ever got to know, I think. Scrolled through 2,000 Abandonware games today, but I didn't think to look out for C64 games. Oh no! I guess most C64 games are considered abandonware these days, but some of them technically aren't, I guess. Like the LucasArts games, they are still sold, so... Some of these are probably illegal to own. Saw some 3D für Gewinn, but only for DOS. 3D für Gewinn sounds complicated. I remember playing that, what's it called, the 3D Tetris variant. My physics teacher was really into that. And I never really got the hang of it, but I think Block Out, is that what it was called? Also a DOS game. And he gave me the game. He made a copy. An illegal copy from my physics teacher, who was also, his name was also Jan, so that's probably why we got along so good. Blockout, yeah. And it was not my, I don't know if my 3D imagination is not good enough. I preferred the two-dimensional Tetris. Blockout was too hard for me. For some reason. Hey, we already have enough percentage to finish the level. First level is really easy. And then it gets really tough. Really quickly. Yeah, but definitely a game to check out. And if you're better at playing games in general than I am, you're probably going to be better at this as well. No! Yes! Let's explore the level a bit. I think there's some bonus stuff over here somewhere. It's getting really warm in here, by the way. I think the sun warms up the room here. Even though I have my blinds closed. Of course, like a proper gamer. You could say in a way I still play it today just in real life. Yeah, that's true. You're setting up your shop still. That at least has more purpose than playing three-dimensional Tetris on a DOS machine, I guess. Even more purpose. I already want summer over. Yeah, it's going to be like, I don't know, like 30 degrees Celsius or something this weekend here. And that's pretty warm for northern Germany. So I'm going to suffer. I don't like it when it is too warm. In a way, I recently had an epiphany. Oh, what did you do? Getting there. 30 centigrade expected on Sunday. Oh, yeah, same here, I think. It said 29 a couple of days ago, and now it says 30, I think, in my weather app for Sunday. And today is, I think, 24 or something like that. It's not ridiculously hot, but still a bit too warm for my taste, at least inside. Outside is probably going to be great, but I have to play C64 games. I don't have to play. Expecting to have a heat wave next week. Ooh. I think here it is going to get colder again after Sunday, thankfully. But the summer in general is supposedly getting really warm this year. So we'll see. You can fall into the water as well, as I demonstrated here. Realized my true calling is not retro computers or anything else. My true calling is bringing order into chaos. It's what I apparently like most. As soon as something is neat and done, it gets ultra boring. Oh, that's probably why I keep my lab in a state of constant chaos, so I don't get bored. No, I actually don't like the chaos here that much. I need a small amount of chaos around me to function, I guess, but not the state this is in currently. You can't see, thankfully. But just out of frame, there's chaos, trust me. Don't even know how to get away from here anymore. But I don't care. I think I follow this pathway here. And then we should get to the end at some point, I guess. Oh, my light just went out. It's too warm. No, you won't get me. No. Oh, you got me. This game makes me want a pancake. Hey, Super Eric, good to see you. Yeah, it looks a lot like, I don't know what it's supposed to be, some kind of blob. Pancake, maybe. Maybe it's a pancake. Anyway, I'm going to end this level now, I think. We've seen enough of this level. Fair amount of yoke. There we are. Closing the circle. I'm just going to try to turn my light back on. Yeah. Just turn on. I'm not sure what's wrong with that light. I had some issues with that. It's actually a video light that I recapped already. But it keeps acting up in weird ways. Maybe I'm going to have to take another look at that electrically. I'm more enlightened, yes, indeed. I feel very enlightened. Actually feel like I'm sweating. Ah, we didn't switch the... We didn't do the switching this time around. Need to switch the switch. The good thing about these enemies is that they explode after a while. So now we can do that again. Yay! Oh, they don't die. The flying ones don't die when they touch the pills. I forgot that. There's flying enemies. There's enemies that jump and they die actually and can fall into abysses. And the other ones just don't care. The flying ones are not affected by anything on the ground, except by the player sprite. No! I messed that one up. Yeah, you have to control this really accurately. Yay, and our percentage sign turned yellow. That means we can finish the level. But I think it still makes sense to gather as many points as you can. Because if I remember correctly, the percentage levels you have to get to finish a level are hard-coded, basically, so you have to get to a certain amount to finish each level. Get to the chopper, yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, one more percentage. Uh-oh. Oh! The enemy got me! Oh no, now we're going all the way back. Okay, maybe I can take the short route around here. No! Ah. It's not easy. Now they're following me again. Oh. No, there's another enemy approaching. Oh, just in time again. Yeah, and you get bonus percents for the lives. There's more question marks we can't get to. Yeah, I think after this game I'm going to end the stream, because it's already been 2.5 hours. And this was just supposed to be a short test of the equipment and things like that. And that seems to work, apart from that one light that went out. I think it worked reasonably well. Apart from the light going out and my inability to play games at all. No! Oh. Yeah, and we lost again. It's the same spot, I think. I lost. Keep saying we. It's not we. It's me. Yeah, I can't go anywhere now. Should have taken the other plate out of there. Then we would have somewhere to move. Just realized that when I was working on my first job, I lived just a few hundred meters away from the Kingsoft HQ back in the 90s. Nice! I think they were still making games in the 90s, weren't they? I'm not sure. They made some proper like business software as well. The sound reminds me of Commando. Yeah, that's true. The music is a bit reminiscent of the Commando tune. The doodle-doo. That's true. But I like this one better. Not sure if I like the game better than Commando, but I decided to not play any war games, war-themed games for a while. There's enough real war going on at the moment. So the most brutal thing I'm playing today is Blumenschießen, which I played in the beginning. According to the C64 wiki, they were purchased by Electronic Arts in '95. Oh, okay. Didn't know that they were purchased by Electronic Arts, which I kind of makes sense in a way, because they had some really good programmers. As witnessed by this game, which is really well done. And then they died. I guess they just took over some of the programmers and the equipment. I think they started out as actually with freelance people. They were just like 2 people who ran Kingsoft, and they did some of the stuff, and then a lot of people just did freelance work for them and got paid per job, basically. At least there's a lot of different people that made games for Kingsoft. They made some of my favorite Amiga stuff as well. Some of the early Amiga games I played were Kingsoft games. Like Emerald Mine, the best Boulder Dash clone out there, still. For the Amiga. Yeah, I think that's going to be the stream for today. I'm a bit tired and it's getting really warm in here. So, it was a nice test. And everything works, so I can hopefully do some more streams soon. With more determination and more planning. This was just a spontaneous idea to play some games that I played back in the day and show you some stuff you might not know on the C64. Expect the one light that wanted to be stupid. Yeah, that one light, but it's working now after turning it off, or it turned itself off and I turned it on again. It was a triumph. Oh god, yeah. Now I have an earworm from that. Next time I might even be on time. Yeah, it was just a spontaneous thing. I just teased streaming this week, and today I felt like it and had some time left to spare. I'm going to do some more. Yeah, the Ember Moon streams were great. Maybe I'll play Ember Star even at some point. I have some ideas for that. Ember Moon was so much fun, and it is the better game. Unfortunately, I played the best game of the series, I guess. But there's many more games I would like to play that are kind of role-playing centered, and it was kind of nice to play that. Gentle Bear! Did I say hello even? Hello and goodbye. Yeah, I'm going to take some notes. I'm going to have to disable that Ko-fi stream bot. That's getting on my nerves a bit. Maybe I activated that last time for the charity stream, I'm not sure. I'm going to deactivate that. I'm going to make Cheaplehre not a moderator anymore because it's not needed, and Cheaplehre only agreed to be moderator for the Ukraine charity streams 3 years ago or 4 years ago now. So, yeah. thank you all for joining the chat and for the nice company. It was really nice seeing you again. Or seeing you. Reading you again. And we are going to... I promise, this time for real, that I'm going to be back in 2 or 3 weeks with more regular streams. Next week is super stuffed with things, so I'm not going to make it. Maybe the week after that. We'll see. I hope to see you around. Thanks for joining me for this C64 extravaganza of unknown games. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm just going to stop the stream. See you all. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, hope to see you again on some YouTube comments in the social media web or elsewhere. Jan Beta out. See you soon. Bye.